You've probably heard it before. If you want to use Linux the right way, get a ThinkPad. But is that actually true? Or just something chronically online Linux users think? Because today I installed Linux on a ThinkPad to test if this is the ultimate Linux laptop. This is a ThinkPad. And not just any ThinkPad, part of the T series of ThinkPads. For years, these T series of ThinkPads were actually used in space, on board the International Space Station. So, pretty impressive. My logic is if it's good enough for astronauts, it should be good enough for your Linux setup. Now, why did I go with the ThinkPad T470? Well, I received a lot of free ThinkPads, and I received a T470, I received a T490, and some Carbon X1s. And the T470 seemed like the most bang for your buck and the most Linux forward of all of the ThinkPads I have. This ThinkPad has a spill resistant keyboard, and it did get some military certification. It also has a cool little red track button, if you will, in the middle of the keyboard, which laptops don't have these anymore, so it is a rare feature to find. And the battery life is up to 18 hours with the dual battery configuration. The ThinkPad T470 comes with a hot-swappable battery, which allows users to replace this external battery, while there's also an internal battery powering the computer. So there's two batteries. One of them is hot swappable. If that one is broken or anything, you can just buy a new one and swap them in. And the T470 features not one, but two RAM slots, which supports up to 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. And the whole thing, the case, is also military certified. And it comes with a USB-C, Thunderbolt 3, HDMI, RJ45 for good old Ethernet, SD card reader, and an audio jack, which you definitely get bang for your buck because most modern laptops don't have these ports at all. Now, the only quote-unquote downside to this is that you cannot run Windows 11, but that doesn't really matter because we're installing Linux. Now, for the Linux install, I did install Ubuntu on this laptop. I had a USB stick with Ubuntu laying around from when I turned my mini PC Think Center into a server. So I just grabbed that, stuck it inside the computer, and booted up Linux. To make a USB bootable, when you load a Linux distro ISO on it, you can use a tool called Rufus, which makes a USB bootable. So when you plug it in, you go into troubleshooting settings in Windows, click on boot from USB HDD, and it'll boot into whatever Linux distro of your choice. Now we are at the Ubuntu laptop, as you can see on the table. So let's see what capabilities this laptop has. Okay, so let's go to the terminal here. Okay, we are going to be installing HTOP so we can see the processes in real time. And these are all of the live processes that are going on this machine. And this has an Intel Core i5 processor, 16 gigabytes of memory, and 256 gigabytes of disk capacity, which is pretty decent. And an Intel HD Graphics 520. So right now we have all of these processes currently running. Let's go into settings. Let's see, appearance. Let's do dark. Then we can change the background, which is fun. Let's do this one, which, as you can see, the screen isn't the most 4K display. Let's go to the App Center and see what apps are on here. Paint, voice chat, Mumble, Steam, Discord, Minecraft, Blender, which I'm gonna assume you can't do anything in Blender on here. What's this? Bob Ross quotes? I'll install. Development. Let's do Visual Studio. Let's install that. Let's see how installs do. Let's install this game. Strategy game. Sure. Install that too. Looks like a fun game of strategy and ancient warfare. So, should be fun. Now you can see all the processes on here. It's going up into the red. The update is working hard. And it is only almost about 50% within like maybe 3 minutes. So, I mean, compared to my computer, my daily driver, it is a tad bit slow. All right, it has installed. Let's see. And Metasploit framework has started. So it seems like this will work just fine, as it just loaded up all the exploits. But Metasploit does run decently on here. So it seems like it's working fine. All of those apps installed while I was also installing Metasploit. So it seems decent. Okay, let's try Docker. A little bit in the red, but it's installing Docker fine. Let's see, what Docker container can we run? Now let's get Confluence up in here. Slightly higher memory on this one. Okay, let's try Gemma 3, which is an AI model. So copy that. And compared to my computer, this is still really, really slow. It's only at 50%. Okay, and it has downloaded, which obviously no NVIDIA AMD GPU detected. Olama will run in CPU only mode. So let's download a model. Let's see how long it takes to pull this. 6.6 gigabytes, Quinn 3.5. And Olama is working, as you can see in HTOP. Based on the status bar, it's gonna take a couple hours to pull this model. Compared to modern PCs, it would take my PC maybe about like 30 seconds to pull a 6.6 gigabyte model. So you can't run local models on here. It's horrendous. But I guess that is to be expected. Also, Docker containers, horrendous. But basic things, good, decent. Sure, it works. So is the ThinkPad that people say is all superior because it has a hot-swappable battery and has 2 RAM slots, all that great? I would say if you're not doing too much on it, sure, it runs fine, browsing the web, editing some HTML, but nothing too crazy. It doesn't have the capacity for it. So that's it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, punch all the buttons in the face, and I'll see ya in the next one.